gonna do it, Chris.
We're gonna do it.
Do it. So we had some transponder issues.
Really excited to drive this number 8 Leif Johnson Ford Racing Dark Horse R to the biggest of its ability. Howdy. Today is June 19th, first day of round 4 of Mustang Cup North America this year for 2026, and we're here at VIR. We're doing really good this season, and I'm trying to stay as locked in as possible because we've got a really good fighting chance this year to winning the championship. So this weekend is going to be about just working hard, staying consistent, being persistent, and just setting down a fast lap whenever we can, just practicing and analyzing as much as possible to get the best out of my data. So on that note, yeah, we're gonna be, it's a little wet outside right now. I shouldn't even say wet, it's more like damp. It's drying up, but we're gonna have practice 1 coming up here in about an hour or so. So give me some time to get reacquitted, resat into the car so I can feel everything again, get used to the just obviously driving the car, because it's been a while since COTA. I mean, I'm still on my, I still have a little bit of a high from winning my home race, because that's just every driver dreams of that happening to them. So now I'm gonna probably look over some stuff with the Capaldi crew and kind of just sit down, relax a little bit, get dressed, and we'll see you on track in a few. All right, folks, as you can see, my hair is obviously messy because we just finished up practice 1. We went out on slicks. It was really fun because it was still pretty wet out in the beginning of the session, so a lot of slipping and sliding. But the old girl, she did really well. It was a blast driving out there. I mean, just getting reacquainted with the track and everything, because, well, I've been to VIR twice now since last year where I got my first win and everything. Practice 1 went really good. I'm very pleased with how we did. We did P2, which means literally nothing, but it kind of just, it feels good knowing that even at my pace where I was at, I can still do very well out of the field. So other than that, yeah, I'm a lot more comfortable at this track than I thought I was, because deep down I've always thought that I really didn't like VIR, but at the same time I think my heart and my body love this track to death, because I used to be eternally scared of this place because of just how technical and how much runoff there isn't at this track. So not really a lot of safety barriers, but as a driver, that's kind of what we sign up for. So super happy with practice 1. Practice 2 will be in 3 hours from now or so. So right now we're just gonna relax, probably go say hi to the rest of the paddock, and take this old girl out once again. So, on that note, I'm gonna go grab some food. Gonna do it, Chris.
Gonna do it.
Gonna do it. Done it before, I can do it again.
Exactly. Rinse and repeat.
Hey, what's up, man?
Find anything?
So, just finished up qualifying for the Miles Cup race. Today I ran a 159.13, which is 0.2 faster than what my fastest lap was last year. So I'm pretty excited about that. We ran into some transponder issues though, so we need to go talk with the officials and everybody to make sure that they understand I did run a 59.1 and not a 2 minute 73 second lap, because it only logged my out lap, which was really strange. It didn't get anything else. So that's really about it. I mean, we have the race at noonish today, and then we have Parnelli Cup qualifying at the end of today in the afternoon. So gonna rest up, hang around, grab some food, get some energy back in the body, and we'll go from there.
So we had some transponder issues, so now we got to work our way back to the front. And I don't think that's going to be that big of a deal, actually. So we got confidence, right, Cal?
Mm-hmm. Lots of it.
Oh yeah, I've got my money on them.
Yeah. It's a good day in Virginia. It's a good day to go. Podium. Yes, sir.
Absolutely no. So right now you see him dropping in down off the roller coaster, getting ready to take a green flag. Starting in the back of the pack, it is Charlie Bozeman. Then we get into our dark horse. That is Cal Buell. In the next row it is Bruce Griffin, new to the series. And then Steve Denton alongside of him. Then we get into the next spot. That is Andrew Hordes, along with Miller Richmond, Corey Howard, Michael Levitas, Carlton McFarland, Craig Capaldi, and up on row number 1, it is Steve Luca and Logan Adams, two of the faster guys in the series and starting on the pole for each of their classes.
And right now we are patiently waiting just as everything gets rolling, and we've got a green flag here at VIR. Racing off into turn number 1, Logan Adams, our pole sitter, on the inside. That's the white 86 car, and you see he does have a clean run into turn number 1. However, it is side by side for what is second place. That is Craig Capaldi, I think, sneaking through up into second, demoting Steve Luca down into third.
And let's talk about a quick little story here, Joey. So you see right now one of our fastest competitors, Cal Buell. He's an animal, one of the best there is out there in the field. We saw Cal starting all the way in the back, just in front of Charlie Bozeman. Reason being, in qualifying, he had a transponder issue or a timing and scoring issue. So either way, whatever the issue was, he didn't get a time. And so that being said, folks, if you look in the rule book, and boy did we this morning, you look in the rule book and he starts in last place. So he decided, well, I'm already in last. What is the penalty for starting last place on brand new stickers? And I say brand new stickers, that's brand new Yokohama tires, opposed to racing on the tires that you qualify on, because that's the way the rule book says. It says you can put brand new tires on you want at any race, but you start in last place. He's already in last place. So here we go. So everyone is out there on the tires that they qualified on. So they had a 15-minute session earlier today on these tires, everyone except for Cal Buell. And I think this is a very smart move. And Cal's got the ability, he's got the talent to get up front. What he needs is a wing and a prayer to see a caution somewhere in the second half of this race to slow our leaders down and reel them in a little bit. It's not a simple track. You know what? You don't just come to VIR and have a Sunday drive around here. You got to work. You have to be up on the wheel in order to make everything work properly here. And I've been very impressed with some of these drivers, the likes of Andrew Horde. He's looked wonderful all week. Steve Denton, he's looked great. Cale Buell, he's making his way through the pack. We expect it. Then you see the, Howard, McFarland, Miller Richmond. All these guys are racing just like they always would. The next closest is Cale Buell, who is currently in P8. No surprise that he's setting a faster lap. Look at Cale trying to go around the outside. That he is in the white and green car. Leif Johnson Ford always putting in the best effort they possibly can. We've seen him on top of the podium this year. We've seen him on many, many podiums, and he's less than 10 points out of winning the championship, and we're only halfway through the season. So anything can happen. Absolutely anything can happen. So right now, it is Cale Buell's opportunity today to show everyone, show the world how good his racecraft is, what he's made of. And right now, as we still have 28 minutes and change, almost 29 minutes left to go in this race, and he's already up to P8. That's bad news for most everyone else.
It is bad news, and the only thing that I think Steve, Craig, and Logan are looking forward to is that Cale's got to be able to pass all of these cars and then make up the time. Here is that fight for the class lead roller coaster. We are going to start to plunge down the hill, and it continues downhill in elevation. I see a little bit of dirt kicked up over there, and we have had a massive accident.
Corey Howard.
That is the number 2 car of Corey Howard, has gone up and over the tire wall.
So Corey Howard with a big crash right there. Cale Buell gets him up in the 5th spot, gets everyone into a full course caution. This is probably going to be a fairly long caution right now with 27 minutes and 22 seconds plus 1 lap left to go.
I have a feeling that we're going to be going back to green relatively soon.
I think so, and there's nobody that wants to go green more than Cale Buell. He has made his way from 11th spot all the way up to now 5th spot, and has been wanting, if there was going to be a caution, he'd like to see a green go later in the race. As we're getting told we are going green this time by. And so I'm expecting to see, well, I'm looking at 2 different things real quick. I know we're going to go green. One, I would expect to see a pretty aggressive Cale Buell. Another thing is, part of the plan of running those brand new Yokohama tires may not be as beneficial to him because they haven't been using the tires up. So everyone, yes, everyone else has 15 more minutes of qualifying on those tires, but he doesn't have as much tire as he thought he was going to have compared to the rest.
I think that he was hoping that at this point in the race, the fall off would be more dramatic from the other cars in comparison to where his car would have been. And so since that is not going to be happening, it's going to be a little bit of a tougher road for Cale Buell to overtake those other cars. And the other thing that probably Cale should think about in the back of his mind, and it should be probably forefront and center right now under yellow flag, is that those 3 cars directly in front of him, those are not in class for position, right?
Yeah.
So don't put yourself in a bad area. Don't put yourself in a danger zone where you can actually fall back because of it.
He's in P2 right now.
Exactly. He's in P2 in class, so don't throw away a second place finish. However, still show that you want to go out there and race. We are green flag with just under 5 minutes plus a lap remaining here at VIR.
I'll tell you, flag flies, and your winner overall, Logan Adams, bringing home another victory. Right behind him in first place by class, second overall, Craig Capaldi. Steve Luca, congratulations, Mr. Luca. You're on the podium. You're not just finished, but you're on the podium, looking very good. Cale Buell is in 4th overall, second by class. Well done. You started last, sir.
And in 2nd place, Leif Johnson Ford, back up on the podium again. It is Cale Buell. Cale back up here on another podium, starting from the back, coming all the way up. The caution, if it was a little quicker, may have worked even more in your favor. But man, you just keep on digging. There's no holding Cal Buell back, man. You're just on the gas. You drive so well, and you've got to be proud of yourself right now sitting here in P2.
Yeah, I'm super happy to be up here. Unfortunately, due to transponder issues, we had to start from the back, but I wasn't going to let that stop me. So I worked my way from the back as far forward as I could, and I went hard and I stayed on the loud pedal.
And I tell you what, you showed the world just how much heart you have, how much effort you put in, and yeah, we know what you're made of right now, and that's an awful lot, man. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Well, that's race one of the weekend done. It was fun. I mean, going from last place obviously isn't what I want to do, but I made work of it and I made good do. So I'm happy to walk away with P2, and we got qualifying them for tomorrow's morning race. So I'm gonna try and rest up a little bit, and then we'll go into Parnelli Cup qualifying, and we'll be where we should be. So. On that note, we'll see you in the morning. All right, good morning everybody. We're at pre-grid for race 2 of the Mustang Cup USA series here at VIR, and starting P3 overall, P2 in class. Super stoked. I'm exactly where I want to be at the beginning of the race, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's been a really good morning. Sun's coming up, gonna be a little warm out, but it's gonna be a great race. I'm really excited to drive this number 8 Leif Johnson Ford Racing Dark Horse R to the biggest of its ability. With that being said, we're gonna hop in the car and here we go.
I love you.
But this is our starting grid for the Parnelli Cup race. Logan Adams is going to be your pole sitter in that 86 car. Craig Capaldi in the Legends class is the pole sitter. He's actually going to be on the front row starting in second. Cale Buell is going to be rolling off from third place with Miller Richmond in fourth. Well, the field is in control now with Logan Adams. He looks towards the start-finish stand, and he jumps on the gas for the green flag. We have Dark Horse R's racing down towards what is turn number 1 here at VIR. That is the number 86 on the inside. Craig Capaldi is going to try to tuck in line, but there's Cale Buell right at the apex trying to take the racing line away, and he accelerates in front of Craig Capaldi, taking away second place.
Cale Buell, he is a man on a mission. He's had a roller coaster of emotions this weekend with some timing issues and different things, and just pushing, starting in the back of the pack yesterday. He wants to get around our leader, Logan Adams. Yeah, of course, that's obvious, Sean. Yeah, we know it is, but you don't know what we're talking about with points. We're just outside of 10 points difference in this championship. We're halfway through the season. We only got 2 more stops after we leave Virginia here, and he needs to chase down and get around Logan Adams or force him to make a mistake and get some of those points back in the championship, because it's a tight one for those 2 young drivers.
Very impressed with the speed out of this number 8 car right now. Typically, we see Logan Adams really run away with this, but Cale Buell is keeping him completely honest, and if anything, using a little bit more of the racetrack. Logan Adams not even using those apex or exit curbs as they came down the hill, and you see Cale Buell really using every millimeter of width that this racetrack has to offer. And as long as you're using every piece of racetrack, guess what? You're opening the arcs of those corners. You can carry more speed. You can get on the gas a little bit earlier.
With a little bit of anger. Probably is.
Red mist is what they call it.
Red mist. You could see it in his eyes. And that Leif Johnson Ford car wants to win. They want to be up on top. And so that's something that Logan Adams needs to take into consideration, that Logan's out there with a big smile. He's been doing a lot of winning. Cale Buell is out there with the red mist.
Right now, I was just noticing it's a little bit of a story that we talked about maybe a lap ago that, well, guess what? Logan Adams a little bit faster in sector number 1. Here in sector number 2, at least last lap, Cale Buell was just a little bit faster. So I think that these sector comparisons, and right there, right on top of it once again, and then into sector 3, at least on the previous lap, was nearly identical between the two cars. So we do have an area that maybe the 86 is faster in sector 1, the 8 is faster in sector 2, and then they're dead even to close out the lap.
Yep, very cool. And I love those new graphics there and showing that. So these guys are just that close. And to be honest with you, if we didn't have those numbers right in front of us and showing us the facts, because the numbers don't lie, because I believe that, you know, we all got into racing because it's fun, right? And that's the way I want it to be. And I want to make racing great again. That's what I want to do.
Oh,
wow.
Griffin just straight lined it through what is turn number 9. That is the top of the S's, and we're gonna see. Oh no, Paul Denton, and usually that is bad news. Hooking it left out of South Bend, and he does make impact with the tire wall on driver's left-hand side. You see the front bumper cover
right where the car got real light too. Yeah, that was something else, but looks like everyone's good. We're all set. They are going to have to go check, even if that car makes it all the way back to pit lane under its own power, which I think it will.
And so this is the restart. Going to call this real fast and then get back to that point there. Cale Buell with a nice restart right here. He's actually in the slipstream. He's going to be popping out driver's left. This could be a passing move down into what is turn number 1. Logan Adams and Cale Buell duking it out on that brake pedal right now. The 86 car has the advantage in terms of the racing line and narrowly edges ahead of that white and green number 8 car. Well, something that has happened on the racetrack, you are seeing it visually right now in these pictures. Cale Buell has closed it back in. What was nearly a second that Logan Adams has gapped out ever since that restart. Well, this lap has been tremendous for that white and green number 8 car. I think that this race alone is showing that Cale Buell is taking those steps. In 2025, he was very new to racing. He wasn't new to driving cars, driving high-performance vehicles on the racetrack. But in 2026, he has taken significant steps in the racecraft and also now the speed.
Yeah, absolutely he has. And you know, this is a battle, too, that it's been all season. You know, last year, Cale Buell finishing second in the championship, coming into it this year thinking, hey, you know, I should win this championship. And then here comes Logan Adams out of open wheel racing. Logan Adams coming from USF 2000, which as far as a level of motorsport is about the same, but it's open wheel. You know, this is more of the, for lack of better terms, more the stock car style, right? So both of them, you know, coming from similar background. Last year, Logan Adams was in open wheel, and last year, Cale Buell was in a P2 with the championship in this series. And so, you know, Cale Buell coming into this thinking, all right, I should, if all goes well, win this championship. I was second last year, ran really good, and then here comes Logan Adams, stealing his thunder at times, right? So the battle for these two, and working from underneath the same tent with Capaldi. Do you see them getting along? Do you see them respecting each other off the track? Yeah. Is there just absolute fire in Cale Buell's eyes to beat him? Absolutely there is. Absolutely, there's nothing more important in Cale Buell's world than to get around this guy and to win that championship that was supposed to be his.
And the other thing that I love about Cale Buell, he's got fans with him at the racetrack.
Everywhere.
Right?
The Leif Johnson Ford crew, they're awesome.
Yeah.
They are awesome, and he's got fans everywhere he goes. And the cool thing is about both of these guys is that you have mom, dad, you know, everybody's there, right? You know, Logan Adams has got his grandpa who was, was a superstar in open wheel racing, you know, and then he's got mom and dad here. Cale Buell's got got dad and mom and the whole. I mean, if you were in COTA at Circuit of the Americas, I mean, that was a Leif Johnson Ford experience without a doubt, with, you know, tons of brand new cars and trucks around, all on display, and the amount of there's more Leif Johnson Ford shirts walking around than there was USAC. You know, well, it was very cool.
I think that Leif Johnson was holding their breath right there coming out of turn number 2. I'm not sure if he caught that, but Cale Buell, the tail end got away from him, and it really skated out had to save the car and came within about 6 inches of that track exit grass at the exit of turn number 2, but thankfully the fast hands inside the cockpit plus the great car control awareness was able to keep him on the asphalt. But as you can see, what was only a couple tenths of a second now back up and over 1.1 seconds. I think that's exactly what Logan Adams wants.
Hale says slingshot engaged. I don't know where he just made that ground up as they're going down the backstretch. This is the last and final lap here for Mustang Cup USA at Virginia International Raceway. It's an open wheel driver versus a stock car driver, back and forth, both sanctioned by USAC, part of the driver development program and family. And these two young, talented drivers coming down the roller coaster. Only a couple turns left to go. Logan Adams out in front. Cal Buell in number 8. Leif Johnson Ford in P2. Is he going to make it happen? They're coming around Hog Pen onto the front stretch. Right now, trying to get in the draft. I don't think it's going to happen, and we are going to be crowning another victory on to Logan Adams in the 86 Capaldi Racing in P2. That is Cal Buell. So those guys, what an amazing race that was.
Man, that was bad. Bad to the bone, dude.
And in second place, the number 8, Leif Johnson Ford's Cal Buell. I'm going to call you, just for today, I'm going to call you Mr. Honest for keeping him honest all day long today, man. That was impressive. We're talking, you guys were like a 100th off as far as your fast lap, and you still had a lap or two left to go. I mean, that's close. He'd be a little closer, a little bit, tiny bit faster in sector 1 and 3. Going up through the snake, you kind of was three-wheeling, was a good feeling. You had the car in the air. You were faster up through sector 2. It was a real joy to watch you guys go back and forth at it. That being said, finishing right on top, right behind him, where's your head at right now?
I'm ready to take a nap. That was a very big fight, and I had a lot of fun racing with Logan. We kept each other clean and honest the entire way through. We didn't want to wreck each other, and it was just, he actually made me faster on worse tires than any qualifier session. So this entire year, he's pushed me further than anything, and I'm so grateful to race with him.
Right, and I'll tell you, you're just so talented, and just all the three of you especially get faster and faster all the time, man. And you're using each other to make that happen. That's got to be fun.
Yeah, I agree. And more than anything, happy Father's Day to all the fathers, my dad for supporting me in this entire endeavor, Logan's dad, Carlton's dad, every dad here that supports us wanting to go fast and helping us in this position. We can't thank y'all enough. So just putting my 2 cents out there for that.
Well done, man. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
All right, well done, folks. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Thank you so much for spending your Father's Day weekend with us here at Virginia International Raceway. We will see you all in just a few weeks at Road America.
All right, guys. We took home second place in the Parnelli Cup race today. Obviously not the goal that I was looking for. It was a really good opportunity for me and Logan to have our battle, and I had him in a good couple of sectors on the track, and he had me in a good couple of sectors on the track as well, and kept him honest, was on his bumper. I gave no pressure. I raced harder than I ever have in my entire life, and unfortunately I needed just that little bit more just to get him in the end. But other than that, I'm really pleased with myself. We had a huge gap between everyone else. It was pretty much just him and I racing the entire race, and I was really grateful to be able to race with him and have such a clean battle at the end of the day. So with that being said, I'm sore, I'm tired, my eyes hurt. There's no way in hell I'm going to work tomorrow. Yeah, I'm gonna go take a nap on the plane and sleep for the rest of the day. I'd also like to give a special thanks to all of our sponsors on the number 8 Leif Johnson Ford Racing Dark Horse are Capaldi Racing, Textruss Construction, A-Line Auto Parts, Interspace Caverns, Arnold Oil Company, SPD Construction. Everybody makes this car a whole, and it really helps. More than anyone, the Trunk Club. All of your names on the back of that car mean a lot to me. You guys, just that little donation from y'all, from 10 to 500 bucks, makes a difference. You'd be surprised. So thank you to everyone for riding with me this entire season. And there's still time. I mean, VIR is over, but we still have Road America and Road Atlanta. So if you haven't already, go to ljfracing.myshopify.com to get your name on the back of the Trunk Club for the last 2 races of the season. See you guys at Road America in middle of August. Looking forward to it.